my loves, welcome back to another video. This week we're gonna attempt to try to do 7 summer books in 7 days. Yeah, I know, who do I think I am? I don't know, I really don't know. But I'm also simultaneously filming another video trying to catch up to my Goodreads goal. So do you see how these two videos go together? I need books that I can read quickly, hopefully in one day, so that I can read 7 books in 7 days and hopefully bring my reading goal back down. Anyway, for day 1, it's currently 11:30. I've been on my walking pad for like 20 minutes. That's what I'm on, in case you're wondering, like, what is she doing? And I'm currently reading The Castaways by Ellen Hildebrand. I am on page like 40. Why do I think I can read this entire book in one day? I have not a clue, but we're gonna try it. And also I'm nervous though about this one because I've started it, I'm 13% in, and I'm having such a hard time remembering who is who that I had to make a little cheat code on my notes app. There's 4 couples, 8 people, but there's like cheating. There's not cheating yet, actually. I don't know if there's cheating in this, but one of the guys used to date one of the girls in the group, but she's now married to a different guy in the friend group. And so it's very hard to keep my story straight of like who is with who. I don't know why the names are not like clicking into my head. I feel like I probably need to like start putting faces to the people. Anyway, so it's kind of hard to get into because I'm just like constantly being like, who is married to who are we talking about? I'm hoping that once I get to like page 100, I'll be flowing, because right now I'm not in a flow state. I'm in a struggle state. Okay, I did my little walking pad moment, and now it's 3 o'clock. I really don't know if I'm gonna finish this in a day, mostly because it's kind of a hard book. I'm kind of having a hard time with it, honestly, and I'm sad to say it because I want Ellen to be like my romance queen. Sorry, this is so dirty. It's kind of having a hard time like feeling like into it or getting into it. I'm kind of just like, can we please get into like the tea, you know, like the entertaining part. This book is 132 chapters. They're very short chapters, like 5-page chapters, which I do love that. But the way it works is they are separated by the people. So it'll be like the chief, Addison, Tessa, whatever, Greg, how they're all talking. That's how it is. And I don't know, like my brain is still not clicking with the characters. I'm to page like 100 now, and I'm just kind of having a hard time with it. But I did hear in the beginning she referenced The Perfect Couple, which is the book after this. She was like, oh, Tess and Greg were the perfect couple. So then it's making me think that the next book is about that couple. So that's why you're supposed to read this one before you read the next book in the series. I don't understand the correlation between this book and the first book. I'm like not understanding. I feel like they don't have anything to do with each other. So do they? I don't think so. I'm going to keep reading, so we'll see if there's a mention of those characters. But so far, I like the first book more already than this one. This one I'm having a hard time with. I don't know why. So I opened it up on my Spotify because I have like 7 hours left, and I've been listening to it on here, hoping that like maybe with audio, my brain will like click onto it more. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to update my reading journal. I haven't done this in a video in a little bit, I think, maybe in a few videos. But this was my June reads page. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have one more book I need to add on here. And then I'm going to do my July spread. So this was kind of my vibe for June, was like these colors. And then for July, I feel like this is just the cutest spread. I have these washi tapes that are clear, but they have fruits on them because I just like, July is giving lemon, lime, fruit, cherries, strawberries. I have these butterflies, and then I think these are the papers I'm gonna use. Like, I just feel like this is a gorgeous color palette, and I'm really excited. I have not been doing like monthly layouts like that, but I'm getting really serious about my reading, okay? I'm getting really serious about it starting last month. So I'm gonna start doing the monthly like that. I think that's really cool. And I need one more book I'm gonna add here. I think it was Long Shot. And then I'm gonna start July over here, and I figured I'd show y'all.
The world was upside down. Her kids didn't want to play PlayStation. Addison wasn't piling Delilah's chicken salad onto it.
She's the type who will get what
I ran out of Spotify hours, so I'm back to reading. Physical copy. I'm on page 260 of 360. So just 100 pages, which will probably take me an hour and 40 minutes. It's currently 11:10. So I probably won't finish till like 1 in the morning. But again, it's fine because I've been staying up till 3 in the morning. And like I just come alive at night. Like I'm just happiest when the moon is out. So far, I don't know about this one. It's giving 2.5 stars. So we will see. I'm gonna keep reading. We'll see. Okay guys, I did it. I finished The Castaways last night. I'm so happy. We are 1 of 7 and I can't believe I finished all in one day. Like that's crazy, and I thoroughly impressed myself. I kind of liked it. Definitely not my favorite of Ellen books that I've read. This entire book basically has no plot. You're just following the lives of 4 couples, except one of the couples, they die early on in the book. It says it on the back, so no spoilers. And then they have 2 kids that they leave behind with the friend group. And then you're basically the entire, almost 500 pages, you are just like watching the rest of the couples. They're cheating on each other, they're going out, they're whatever, living their daily lives. You're just basically watching them do that. And I think for those reasons, it was so hard to read because they would be like telling stories and I would just be like, why do I care about this story? Why do I care about your story as the police officer chief? Like, why do I just don't really care. So this one was kind of hard. I want to give this like a 2.5. Didn't hate it. Some people loved it. When I looked on Goodreads, a lot of people loved it, but for me, I don't know. I just could not get into it. Okay, so it's time to start a new book for day 2 of my 7 books in 7 days challenge. I think I'm gonna pull a book from my TBR that I used my TBR jar to pick. And I was kind of going between, because I want them to be like summary books. For some reason, I thought that Part of Your World was summary, but it's definitely not, I don't think. So, I mean, I forgot I had this on my TBR. We kind of have to do beach read, right? I'm so excited for this. You guys have also probably seen my newest, I can't speak. My newest addition to my bookshelf is this is actually a vase, like a little planter, but I put all of my bookmarks in there. And then I also put these new markers that I got on Amazon, and they're like iridescent highlighters. I haven't tried them in my books yet, but I think this is going to be the first book. I think I'm going to use this color because it's so pretty. And I also need to pick a bookmark that matches this. I'm kind of feeling these two. Kind of like this one. Yeah, cute. I also have this one. I think I still like this one. Oh yeah, that's really cute. Okay. I also, you guys can probably see there is a tab in here because I guess I did start this at one point. I really don't remember. I kind of remember, but it was years ago because can you guys see how the book is kind of yellow? I've had it for a bit now. I don't even know why this paperclip is on here either. I've had it for a bit. I've had it for some years and I haven't read it. So I probably bought it like during the pandemic or something. When was this released? 2020. Yeah, I think I bought this around the time it came out. So love that for me. Anyway, I'm going to get started on this. It's literally 4:44, so I don't think I'm gonna get through all of this today, but I feel like as long as I get through it in 7 days, 7 books in 7 days, I will count it a win. Me and Faith were on the phone for 3.5 hours, so that's where my time went today. What's really cool about these highlighters are that, I don't know if you could tell, but they're like glittery. They have glitter in them, and that is just so cool. Only thing I will say, I tested them out on the I tested them out on the acknowledgements page just to see what the bleeding was like, and it's pretty bad. I won't lie to you. Let me show you. Like it's pretty bad. But here's the highlighter from last time that I did with the mild liner. It's like fluorescent pink, and then this is kind of the bleed through. It's not as bad, but I mean, it's not awesome. So just let you know, I wouldn't use this in a Bible because it would go through so much. Hello, my loves. Okay, so yesterday I got my hair done and my plan was to read the entire time, but then we ended up just watching a bunch of movies and stuff and talking. So instead, you know, here's an update. Today is day 3. I've started Query Girls. Query Girls. Oh no, Darling Girls. I thought I was reading. I'm reading Darling Girls, and I've paused on Beach Read for just a moment. I just paused. There's nothing wrong with it so far. It's not even that I don't like it, but I think that I'm just not really in the mood for like literary fiction. I kind of think I want like a mystery, like a summer mystery thriller vibe coming off of Ellen Hildebrand's writing. Like Ellen Hildebrand and Emily Henry in my mind kind of compete for this spot of like, their writing is so different, but kind of in the same genre. So it's hard to enjoy it and not compare it to the other author. And just, I'm trying to like appreciate their work for who they are separately. So I'm gonna put a little mystery thriller in the middle. I'm honestly hoping to finish this tonight. So finish it in one day. I'm gonna clean up in my room. I have tons of cleaning to do. That's the hardest part about like having a house, having kids, having a whole life and reading, is there's just always something to do around my house. So sometimes the guilt of sitting down and reading for hours at a time is very hard because I'm like, there's a million things I could be doing, should be doing, but instead I'm just sitting here reading. So audiobooks really save me from that. So hopefully it's not annoying that I'm listening to audiobooks, but it's just like a realistic way that I can read. So anyway, I'm gonna go clean up my room and finish listening to Darling Girls. I've literally had like period depression. You know, when you're about to start your period and you're just like, oh, you can feel it. Oh, you can feel it, like spooky time's coming. I'm feeling very much not in a good mood. I'm feeling very much, I don't like it here. So I'm trying to beat the period scaries that are coming on. I can feel them trying to ruin my week. I had like a whole depression day. We went to the movies. Like, we were not supposed to go to the movies. We went to the movies, we had popcorn, we had brought our candy salad, we had ices, and just like sat there for 2 hours and tried to calm down. Kaylin is like truly the best. He's like, okay, you're not feeling well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the movies. We're just gonna sit down. Do you need to go to the store for you? I'll go to the store for you. Get whatever you need. Because I was also stressed about not having my favorite foods at home. So he's like, period, I'll go to the store. What do you need? And then he was like, okay, what else is stressing you out? I said, the house is a mess. He's like, okay, period. Write down everything you need done, and we gon' chop it up, and we all gonna handle it. So I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm gonna clean up my room and listen to my book. Yeah, we're starting today very late because I was just not in a good mood. Not in a good mood, not in a good headspace. I was like feeling so overwhelmed that I was procrastinating everything, even reading, which I find enjoyable. So hopefully with all of that, I can still finish this book today. By the way, it's 8:30 p.m. Just to let you know. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Wait, I look cute with the braids and the headphones. That's kind of cute.
Need help?
What?
Need help?
Really?
Need help?
Why are you being so nice to me? Okay, it's the next day. I finished Darling Girls last night. Isn't that crazy? I listened to that entire audiobook in a night. Yeah, I kind of killed that. But I didn't really like it. I probably would rate it like 2 stars. I think if you read it at all, you have to listen to it on audiobook because it is a very slow burn mystery. It says like one of the quotes on the front, like, you know how there's like little blurbs and says like page turning thriller. No. This ain't no Frida McFadden. This is not gonna have you like, oh my goodness, it's not twisty turny. It's very like mystery fiction up until literally the last 75 pages. The first twist I would say happens in the last like 50 to 75 pages, okay? So this is like very, I don't even know if slow burn mystery is a thing. I kind of just made it up as I was reading it because that's what it felt like. It wasn't like twisty turny. Like there's just a few twists at the end and that's all you get. I'm not mad at it, but I just don't think it was for me. I kind of wanted something more thrilling. Never read a mystery that doesn't have a thrill component, but this wasn't very thrilling to me. And I read on Goodreads and a lot of people agree. It was not a suspense. It was not a thrill. Anyway, moved on from that and I'm back on beach read. Again, I'm doing a check-in at 7 p.m. today, so that's amazing. And I'm on page 25. So this will be my 4th book out of the 7 days. So let's see if I can do it, can keep the challenge up. I need to start cranking out some more. So hopefully I will finish this sometime tonight. Actually, now that I think about it, probably not, because of church in the morning. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish it tonight. Hopefully I'll finish it early in the day tomorrow. Okay, here's my update. I will not lie. It has been like 2 days and I'm still reading Beach Read. It has put me in like a reading slump. I don't know what it is. I'm just not interested in the story at this point whatsoever. I'm 34% in. I've been reading on my Kindle, a little bit on the paperback, a little bit on my phone. And like I read a few pages and it's just not like sucking me in the way that I want it to. So I am determined to finish the 7 books in 7 days. It's now, you know, I haven't read the past 2 days because I just haven't wanted to pick up Beach Read. But today I am determined to finish the rest of it, 35% in. And so let's do this. Let's finish this book. Okay, I just made it to 55%, chapter 18, The X, and it's getting really good. I think up to the part where I'm like, okay, I'm excited to read this chapter about the X. So I don't know, maybe I'm coming around. I took a break from reading since this morning when I last gave you an update because I'm simultaneously filming an Ultimate Hobby video, which is gonna go up soon after this one, 10:30. And I need to finish Beach Read, like no questions about it. Let me see how far, and I am 58% through. Let's see how many hours left I have this book. Okay, 3 hours. That'll put me at 1:30 in the morning. All right, we're gonna go on going on a 3-hour reading sprint. Let's do it. I have my jelly cat. This is peak. I always need pillows holding my arms up. Yes. This is my best.
Always looking at strangers, thinking they're so much better than me. All the time that I wait instead of making some changes. It's crazy.
See, like, I don't hate this, but there's some parts where I'm just like, I don't love that. She says, "Yikes," I said. Yikes, I sounded like a gum-popping babysitter trying to relate to her favorite hot divorced dad, which was sort of how I felt. She felt like a gum-popping babysitter trying to relate to her favorite hot divorced dad. I just don't love that comparison. Good morning. Okay, I did it. I finished Beach Read. Yay. I'm so happy about it. And now we can move on to our 4th book, 4 out of 7. Okay, we're making progress here. Making progress. Beach Read tried to take me down, but we're okay. I think I would give Beach Read a 3-star rating. There were some parts that I really loved. The ending, the last 10% of the book was gas, straight gas. It was really good. I was crying. That's how much I was like, wow, this is really good. Very emotional ending. But there were so many parts, like in the beginning, like the first 35-40% was just kind of meh to me. Like it was okay. I wasn't hating it, but I wasn't like, the writing was not wowing me in the way that a lot of people say Beach Read wows them, or Emily Henry's writing does. But it was, I think a 3-star rating is like a good rating. There were some parts I really loved. I could tell the parts where she really got into flow and her writing was writing. It was really good. But then there were some parts where I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't love this. I don't love how she worded that. I don't love how, and the premise is great. I don't think I even told you guys, but essentially she is in Michigan at her dad's beach house. He's just passed away, and she is trying to pack up that home that he has in Michigan and sell it. She doesn't want it because that is the home that him and his mistress used to have that she didn't figure out about until after he passed away, and he left her a letter that she's supposed to open, but she hasn't opened yet. Her next door neighbor is Augustus Everett, and she knows him from college, so you kind of get that whole thing. He's the love interest, and then he's going through his own stuff. So you have like there's a lot of emotional depth, which I really liked. Meanwhile, they're both authors, so they're writing their respective novels in their own homes, but then they kind of develop this friendship that leads to more. And so yeah, I liked it. 3 stars. I would say it was good. Okay, we need to choose another summer book. The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand. That's beachy. I could read The Perfect Vintage, Same Time Next Summer. I might do this. I might do another Annabelle Monaghan. Pretty. The other day is getting away from me, so I need to start this next book, Same Time Next Summer, by Annabelle Monaghan. Sam's life is on track. She has the perfect doctor fiance, Jack. His strict routines are a good thing, really. A great job in Manhattan, and is about to tour a wedding venue near her family's Long Island beach house. Everything should go to plan, yet the minute she arrives, Sam senses something is off. Wyatt is here, her Wyatt, but there's no reason for a 30-year-old engaged woman to feel panicked around the guy who broke her heart when she was 16, right? Yet being back at the beach, hearing notes from Wyatt's guitar float across the night air from next door as if no time has passed, Sam's memories come flooding back. The feel of Wyatt's skin on hers, their nights in the treehouse, and the truth behind their split. Sam remembers who she used to be, and as Wyatt re-enters her life, their connection is as undeniable as it always was. She will have a choice to make. 288 pages, so not even 300. I really liked Summer Romance. That is like my #1 book recommendation lately, so I'm gonna start reading this before I have to make dinner. I feel like I need to use this bookmark because it's kind of like a beach towel vibe. Anyway, I just had to grab a highlighter because I feel like Annabelle Monaghan, she's already cooking. We're about to go swim. Okay, I literally look terrifying. I'm sorry. We're about to go swimming, but I need to have head covering. Like, for some reason, whenever I go outside and I'm like reading on my Kindle, if the sun is shining in my face, like it just bothers me so much. So I think I'm gonna try a hat. Also better sun protection, I think, on top of SPF. But let me show you I was doing kind of reading sprints on my own. Reading sprint, if you don't know, really quickly, because every time I bring up a reading sprint, people are like, what are you talking about? Also, I got Invisalign today, so sorry if I'm talking weird. Reading sprint is when you read for a certain amount of time and then you take a break for a certain amount of time. So like reading for 20 minutes, break for 10. Read for 20, break for 10. So I was kind of doing that on my own just so that I could like get going on this book. And I really like it so much so far. I was going to show you guys, look how much. I'm on chapter 7, page 43. And like I've already highlighted like almost every page for some of these, because she just writes so good. Like, I don't know what it is. She's just really talented, I think. I'm gonna continue this at the pool, and I'm gonna read on my Kindle. Only downside to that is I have to transfer my highlights to my book, but I cannot under any circumstances take my book outside because my boys will splash it. So she's staying inside, and I'm gonna put it on my Kindle.
I'm never leaving.
You scrolled all the way down in my library? That's crazy.
But I want like the USB-C, or not that I want it, but it would be simpler.
Who's that girl? She walks around like she could rule the world. She goes for everything that she deserves. Say, what would it take for me to be like her? I wanna know.
This is like the most bingeable book ever. I cannot believe it. I am only 82 pages in and I cannot wait to keep reading. It is perfect so far. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love how she just captures you from the beginning. It was maybe the first 10 pages. I was like, okay, let me just get through the first 10 pages. I know, I think I am in a little bit of a reading slump, so I need to really only read books that I'm super into. Oh my goodness, but at this point, like, I don't want to put it down. I've been trying to take a shower, get my boys ready for bed, change their sheets on their bed. I need to have dinner, but I like need to just like put in a solid hour of reading, hour or two of reading this. I love it so much. I actually think I am gonna finish it tonight. I kid you not. Okay, I set a timer on my phone to read for an hour, 55 minutes, and I made it from page like 80 to 150 like crazy. So I'm pretty sure I can finish this tonight. This is all I have left. I'm over halfway done. So actually I only have this much left. I'm a little bit over halfway done. And I am loving it so far. Like, this has to be 5 stars. I will be so shocked if it's not. The timing, the spacing in this book is perfect. On top of the writing, like, there are so many good moments. Like, this was sweet. I haven't thought about that in a long time, and the memory of it makes me smile. Like, there's just so many small quotes like that that are so that make the story feel so real, because they're actually real human things, human expressions, but she puts words to them, and it feels so cool. Oh, this was cute. He'd seen this smile before, when she found a particularly good haul of shells, or when he caught a firefly in a jar and finally agreed to let it go. Like, it's just so cute. It's also so beachy. Like, the entire book takes place literally in the sand on a beach, or literally in the water. It's the perfect beachy book. She liked the way Wyatt thought of her as strong and capable, the girl who could always capture the flag. It's also a then and now timeline, which I also really, really like. Beach Read was like that too. I'm pretty sure, where it would jump back and forth. But the thing with when it would jump backwards, it was so boring to me. But this is so, like, when they jump back to the past, it's not just recounting things that happened, but it's like showing how they built their relationship. And it's so romantic. Like, it's so romantic. I almost asked my mom to put her paper making operation away and move the seaweed into Dad's studio, but the sight of her puttering around her chaotic kitchen and humming softly to herself gave me pause. My mom is so happy and complete in the world she's created. I just thought, like, I want that to be how my kids see me. Oh my gosh, this probably is my favorite quote of the whole book. He says, "I love you." She says, "Tell me all the time, okay?" And he says, "Promise." Just my thing is, I'm a words of affirmation, acts of service girl. So this is just really hitting for me. It's just really hitting. I love it. I love it so much. I could read this easily in one sitting. Are you guys tired of seeing me in the same exact spot every single day? I'm so sorry, but I pretty much don't leave this spot ever. Today is day 5 of this challenge, and we're still on book 4. I made it to page 184 last night. I fell asleep reading in bed, so there's that. I'm definitely gonna finish this in the next hour. I only have 100 pages left, and I'm loving it so far. We're really about to get into the drama here. Like, I know the last 100 pages are gonna be like jam-packed with drama. So I'm gonna finish this, and then we will choose book 5 for day 5, and then hopefully I can crank that out today. During the Amazon sale, I got these new really cute glass cups for my coffee. I was using this glass cup for my coffee. It came with a little straw and a lid, and I was taking it to church, but I quickly realized that this is a little bit too small for some of the coffees I like to make. Sometimes I like to make jumbo coffee, and then sometimes I think like a little cutie one is good. So I have one of those, and then I just got these, something a little bit bigger. I want to say they said these were 20 ounces on Amazon. And with straws and the lids, look how cute the lids are. They're like bubble lids. So cute. Cute. So I'm gonna make a coffee because I have to put my Invisalign in. In the middle of the night, in my dream. Got some new vanilla syrup. Get the plastic bottle, and I also can't use the pump on it because the ants have been climbing up into the pump of it. Very annoying how many times I have pumped my coffee and ants come out, or pump my syrup and ants come out into my cup because they're just chilling in there. I think I'm gonna make a vanilla, but I also got this brown butter toffee syrup. Like, that could be delicious. And I put out, I put out ant traps. There's one ant in here, which is crazy because there was definitely a whole army. And oh my gosh, I think I got that by mosquito. I did. Anyway, I put out ant traps, and there's only one ant in there, but they're not red ants. They're like black, little tiny black ants. What's that about? Okay, do I want just, I think I just want a regular, I've been craving a regular old latte because I ran out of syrups, and I ordered on Amazon. I don't even know how much to do if I don't have a pump. Okay, that should be fine, I think. Okay, whatever. And they came broken. Like, it broke on my front porch. I had to order off the Monin website. You should see the things we do, baby. He wants a treat. Kitty wants a treat. Okay, what's the letter options? I'd have to see it. You want to bring it in here and I'll look, or do you want me to wait? Want to wait? I'm giving Kitty a treat.
Fine.
Oh, I love these glasses. They're so chunky. Oh my goodness, so good. I might have put too much syrup. I don't have my pump, so I don't know how much to put.
Can you wash me Adidas?
Add a little bit more milk. Whoa. She's beautiful. I finished same time next summer. Before I took a nap, Penny, till I was sleeping. I got so tired. But I finished and it was 5 stars. I really liked it. The author's note was also really sweet, and the ending was really sweet. I think my favorite part, I loved all the relationship stuff, but I also liked the struggles that they had with their parents. Especially loved Sam's relationship with her dad and how real her dad was. Like, I loved that so much. I think it's probably how a lot of us wish that our dads were. Just like honest, upfront, willing to have a conversation. So anyway, I really liked it. Okay, now it's time to pick book number 5 of 7. Let's go to the shelves. Okay, back to the romance section. I obviously want to kind of do The Perfect Couple. Is that a shock to anybody? Probably not. I'm so anticipating reading this. But I also could pick People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I could also pick It Starts With Us. I could also pick Malibu Rising, which I actually have really been wanting to read this. But I think my sights are set on The Perfect Couple. So let's do her. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. How many pages is this? She went to the very end of the book. Wow. It's crazy. She like literally, there's like no pages at the end. 466. Okay. I almost read the last sentence. That's the risk in checking how many pages are in it, because somehow I always end up just like, my brain is like, read the last sentence, read the last sentence. And then I will spoil it for myself. So I'm so excited. Like, I'm really highly anticipating this being another 5 stars. I feel like I was getting into a little bit of a summer romance reading slump, which is not good considering that's what this whole video is about. But I think Annabelle Monaghan brought me back, and then this is gonna bring me back, like, for sure. This is the downside of taking a nap until 6:30 p.m. I am like wide awake, so I'm gonna hop on my walking pad for a little bit and start The Perfect Couple on my Kindle. Hey baby, get some water and go to sleep, okay? Yeah. Wait, I'm already so happy. I'm literally 2 pages in and we're already seeing repeat characters from A Summer Affair, which is the first book, and The Castaways, which is the second book. So I'm very happy that they're all kind of coming back together. I love it. Okay, I'm making great progress on The Perfect Couple on page 154. I think I'm gonna hop back on my walking pad for a little bit and get some more pages in. I am really liking it so much. I mean, I would be shocked if this isn't a 5-star read at the point I'm currently in. I love the romance aspect, but I also love this murder mystery aspect. I feel like the timing is perfect. I do feel like you have to go into it knowing that it is a longer book. It's like, what did I say? Almost 500 pages, right? 450, 470 or something like that. So this is a comfort, Ellen Hildebrand comfort book. I love that the pacing is perfect, but it's not a quick read. I just want to spend time with her characters, with her writing, and I don't think I've ever felt that way about any other book that I've read. I've heard other people speak that way, like, oh, I just miss these characters. I hear especially people say that about Magnolia Parks, and I didn't feel that way about that series, but something about Ellen's writing, I'm just loving being here, and I just want it to last a long time. So I'm happy that this is a longer book. The romance, the mystery, it's reminding me a lot of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which is my 6-star read. There's romance, but there's also the perfect amount of suspense, murder, mystery. What's wrong? So I think that's also why I'm partially liking it, because it's kind of a slower pace. I don't even want to say slower pace because it's not slower pace. It's just a longer, drawn out story, which sometimes I like. And right now I'm liking it. The walking pad is genuinely the perfect summer exercise routine. Like, my kids don't do any summer programs and we don't have any babysitters. And so making it out of the house, go to the gym, and scheduling with Kaylin, it's just like for the summer, it's better to just let the gym, like going to the gym, go. Just let it go. Canceled my like Alive plan for the summer. And then once school starts back up, I'll start doing that again. But I also whipped out my bala bangles. I used to walk this specific trail in Texas, and I wear my bala bangles on my ankles like 2 years ago. But I haven't used them for a while until like they're kind of getting popular again, and people are using them just like for everyday activity around the house, like even prepping dinner and stuff. So I was like, wait, let me take mine back out. Like, I don't have to only use them on my ankles when I'm on trail walks. So I'm starting to use them on my, well, this is my first time actually. My first time using them while I'm on my walking pad. Interesting. I wonder if there really is a difference. I normally feel the difference when I use them on my legs the most because your quads have to pick up your ankle. Versus this, I wonder like if my arms are going to be sore tomorrow or like what I'm going to feel. So I'm interested to see. I think these are the 2.5 pound ones, but don't get over ambitious because I think I have the 5 pound ones, and oh my goodness, they're literally so heavy. Like when I would take them on my walks, I could not make it nearly as far as I could without them. So the 2.5 pound I feel like is perfect for not like beginners and like intermediate level. Because they actually, you will be drenched in sweat, and even just holding up the camera with it on my wrist is like, okay, gotta switch arms. Anyway, I'm loving this book. I'm just like, this is the perfect setup right now. Like, I'm just absolutely loving it. Pink bala bangles, my water, Kindle. I was listening to this playlist, Ellen Hildebrand novel type summer, and they have some really good songs. You see, I've saved all these ones to my own playlist, so I'm gonna keep listening to this and reading. I'm 35% through and have 4 hours and 50 minutes left in the book. I almost forgot to mention, as I'm on here, I get so sweaty, so having one of these little fans I just got on Amazon. I have all my stuff linked below in case you guys are ever wondering, but this helps so much with controlling your body temperature because in gyms they typically have fans. I don't have a fan in here, obviously. So this helps so much with like keeping my body temperature down, and then I can stay on longer because I don't get as hot. Feels so good. Okay, it's the next day. I finished The Perfect Couple. 5 stars. 5 stars. It was perfect. I loved it. I love the mystery, suspense, romance, plot twist. Like, yeah, 5 stars. Also just love her writing. I love her characters. I did find The Castaways, the book that came before this in the series, was a little bit harder to follow because there's so many people. I literally had to write down all of the couples' names, but this one I found much more easy to follow, although there's more people actually in this one than there is The Castaways. For some reason with The Castaways, because they were all cheating on each other, it was hard to remember who was the original couple, like who's actually with who. I think she did a really good job in A Perfect Couple, making the people, I guess, stand out more. And she made the storyline very succinct and separated, like as far as people's individual storylines went. And so it was a lot easier to follow, and I didn't have to write anyone's name down or anything. So 5 stars. I loved it. It was so good. Now it's time to move on to the next book, which I kind of want to listen to an audiobook. I've been wanting to read this book called Sandwich by Catherine Newman. This is what it looks like. I don't have the physical copy of it, but I've heard that the audiobook version of it is really good, and I've been wanting to kind of listen to more audiobooks so that I have more audiobook recommendations for you guys. So I think I'm gonna listen to this one. The past 2 decades, Roque For the past 2 decades, Rocky has looked forward to her family's yearly escape to Cape Cod. Their humble beach town rental has been the site of sweet memories, sunny days, great meals, and messes of all kinds, emotional, marital, and thanks to the cottage's ancient plumbing, septic too. This year's vacation with Rocky sandwiched between her half-grown kids and fully aging parents promises to be just as delightful as summers past, except perhaps for Rocky's hormonal bouts of rage and melancholy. Hello, menopause. In one precious week, everything is in balance, everything is in flux, and when Rocky comes face to face with her family's history and future, she is forced to accept that she can no longer hide her secrets from the people she loves. Okay, so it kind of sounds like a little bit of a mystery too. And there's a little blurb from Ann Patchett. And I really liked Tom Lake earlier this summer. So I think I'm going to read this or listen to this on Spotify. Wait, I'm surprisingly liking this so much. If you have a family that is like witty, funny, jokes that are maybe said at inappropriate times, this is like so funny. The mom in Sandwich is going through menopause, and so she's just on edge all the time. Kind of just following their family dynamic on Cape Cod, which again, I don't know why I've just been so drawn to Cape Cod, Nantucket this year. Me and Faith went in the beginning of the year, and then all of Ellen Hildebrand's books are on Cape Cod, Nantucket, Boston area, and then this book is set on Cape Cod, so it's just very fun. Like, it's the perfect book to like clean to and organize to because it's very storytelling driven. So anyway, I had to just give a little update. I'm giggling, and it's pretty short. The audiobook is only 5 hours long, and I have 4 hours left. It's still the same day. I just changed outfits because whenever I film, I try to wear different shirts so that I'm not in the same outfit in every video. But today is supposed to be day 7 of the 7 books in 7 days challenge. But I think that this audiobook is only book 6. So I was hoping maybe I could finish 2 books today, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. It's 6:14 and I have only an hour left in this book, but we're basically following the family who goes to Cape Cod for their annual week-long trip. Her parents ended up coming too, so her mom and her dad. And then she has 3 kids, two daughters and a son, and then her son's girlfriend comes. And oh, she's also married, so him as well. And I love how slow the timeline is. It's not slow, like the timing is actually perfect, but I like how the book is stretched across a week long, really in the intricate day-to-day lives that they have and the conversation that they have. There are a lot of sensitive topics like pregnancy, miscarriages, abortion is brought up and dealing with that. And I think also a main aspect is like she has these older parents that are used to speaking a certain way, talking a certain way that wouldn't be necessarily politically correct to her like 20-something-year-old daughters. And then she, the mom, Rocky, is kind of caught in the middle of that. But I am liking the family dynamics. I am liking just how real it all feels. And how vulnerable it all feels and uncomfortable at some points. Like her daughter is asking her about like, wait, didn't you have a miscarriage or whatever? Like those are just such real conversations I feel like we've all had with our moms regarding pregnancies. And then she's also going through menopause, so there's that whole topic. She's like, one minute she's like so mad and like hates her husband and she's like, should we get a divorce? And then like later she's like, I just love you so much. And it's honestly making me a little bit terrified of menopause. A little bit terrified. Is there a way? I'm thinking already of preventative measures because I don't want to go through that. Okay, I finished it. I don't know, it's hard. I think it's really, really hard to give this book a rating. I do feel like it went a little bit downhill after my last update, which is always just so humbling. I always start off so excited for a book, and then sometimes I just come on a little too strong, a little too early, and I'm just kind of let down a little bit. And I was reading through some of other people's reviews just to see if they felt the same way I did about some of the things. Somebody said this book was annoying, and I do agree in some ways. The mom has such a victim mentality. She is such a whiny, crybaby woman. I hate when the female characters have this trope. I don't even know what you call it. But I swear, she just thinks that the entire world revolves around her. It was cute at first. It was funny at first. But then, like, eventually all of her kids and even her husband are like, you're kind of driving us crazy. Somebody said, I was expecting a well-rounded story about a family's annual vacation to Cape Cod and a touching look at the interactions. And I do think that it did have some of that. But then she said, unfortunately, it concentrated more on the topic of women's reproductive health, pregnancy, miscarriage, abortion, menopause. And I do agree. The story really took us down abortion alley, menopause alley, pregnancy alley. That's basically, I feel like, what like half the book focused on, if not maybe even more. Then the focus kind of went away from the family and more on her womb. Somebody said, so boring, no plot, ranty, excessively political. I will say it was very politically charged, very liberal. I'm also done with books where women are written as complete idiots, but miraculously they are so smart in their career, but don't have the good sense to get through 5 minutes of real life. That also is true. Like, how is this? Yeah. I feel like you could tell that the author, at least that's what it seemed like to me, that the author just had an agenda, and then it felt less storytelling driven. It felt more like, I'm just going to give these characters whatever traits I need them to have in order to, like, get my political beliefs across and into a book and sold and into readers' hands so that they will learn my perspective. I don't know. I just really didn't like that. I really didn't like really anything that was said about abortion besides the fact of the mom being like, talking about how first of all, she has this abortion, doesn't tell her husband. That's crazy. Keeps it a secret for 20 years. And then she goes on to tell her daughter that she, like, regretted having the abortion. And her daughter's like, you can't say that you regretted it. Like, you can't say that. That's, like, against... I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. I think that the storytelling was great in the beginning. But I would probably say it's like a 2-star for me. Now it's time for our last book, our 7th book. On our 7th day, I'm not gonna be able to finish it today. Like, there's just absolutely no way. But I did recently go to Barnes and I bought This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. And I've heard great things. I mean, I've heard terrible things about it, but then I've also heard great things about it. So I'm excited, but I'm also scared. But I think I'm gonna love it. I really have been wanting to read something with the vibe of The Summer I Turned Pretty, but obviously I've already read The Summer I Turned Pretty series, so I have nothing else like that to read. If you have any recommendations that are similar to The Summer I Turned Pretty, let me know, because I would love to read them. One recommendation One rec I did see on TikTok was The Summer Will Be Different. So I'm gonna read this and see how I feel about it. We're having people over today, so I've been mostly listening to This Summer Will Be Different. I'm on page 263 out of 330, so only have like 90 more pages left. It's really cute. So I mean, I'm almost done at this point, but it's really cute. I didn't know that this book was, I mean, it's not super spicy. Like, I almost feel like it's mostly closed door. I think it's just kind of, I just didn't know that this was kind of a little bit spicier than like my average read, because I haven't heard anybody say that. I've mostly heard people say that PEI, it makes people want to go on vacation there. And I do kind of get that, but it's not as immersive as I thought it was going to be. I feel like Ellen Hildebrand's novels are way more immersive and make me literally want to go to Nantucket, like, at the drop of a pen. Anyway, it's really cute. I would probably put it at like a 3.5. 3.5, maybe even 4. Some parts are really cute. If it's like on a scale of like Annabelle Monaghan, Ellen Hildebrand, this is definitely below that. I feel like this is more in the scope of like how I feel about, actually no, I would say this is better than Emily Henry's writing. No, I would say that it's not better than Emily Henry's writing, but my experience is better than the experience I have with Emily Henry's books. If all of that makes sense in your brain, in my ranking system. Either way, it's going good. Our guests are gonna get here like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna keep listening to this while I'm cleaning up around the house. But so far, it's really cute. We are following Lucy and her bestie, Bridget. They go to a beach house on Prince Edward Island, PEI, and her best friend, Bridget's 3 rules are eat your body weight in oysters, forget about the city, and don't fall in love with her brother. Bridget misses her flight to the island, so Lucy is there. She goes into a restaurant, and she hooks up with the server, later to find out that is Bridget's brother. And so now they're basically like, oh my gosh, Bridget can never know. We can never speak to each other again. Like, we're going to have to figure this out, but we're just going to have to never speak again. And this is kind of between that first summer that they did that, and then 5 years later, Bridget is getting married, but she has some secret. They're not even supposed to be on PEI, but Bridget is having some kind of marriage meltdown issue. So now they are all, Bridget, Lucy, and her brother Felix are all together in the same house back on PEI, trying to calm Bridget down, trying to figure out what's going on, but then also kind of falling in love themselves, but also trying to abide by the rules. There we have it. That's what we're following. And this summer will be different because each summer that Lucy goes back to PEI and sees Felix, she falls a little bit more in love with him, and she doesn't abide by the rules, but she's like, no, this one's gonna be different. This one's gonna be different. So okay, I finished This Summer Will Be Different, and I thought it was cute. I read this one so that I could fit it into this video in my 7 books in 7 days challenge. It wasn't quite 7 days, it was probably more like 9 days, but I still feel very proud of that, considering like for a full 48 hours, I didn't read anything because beach read was putting me into low-key a slump. But I think it's just because reading so many, it has less to do about beach read and more just like reading so many summer romances back to back to back. Like, I am so ready for a thriller, like almost like give me a horror novel right now and I'd probably read it. Anyway, I really like this one. I wouldn't say it's like Annabelle Monaghan level, like I said. I feel like with this one, really all you can say is it was a cute summer romance novel. There wasn't really any huge like takeaway, and it was an enjoyable, cute romance, but I think it was more than just a fluffy romance, if you know what I mean. Love the books I've read, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other 2 I listened to on audio. I kind of thought it would be fun to like rank them just so you guys know, because I feel like as I was watching the video back, I'm like, dang, I was kind of harsh with my ratings. Like, I was like 1 star, 2 star, 2.5. I was like, okay girl, did you hate it that much? So I just thought I'd give you guys overall roundup of my ratings. So I would say my favorites out of this video were The Perfect Couple and Same Time Next Summer. Like, you know how on Dance Moms they would be like tiers, like top of the pyramid? Top would be these 2 next to each other. Like, I can't say which one I liked more because they were so different. Like, they're apples and oranges, but they're both summer romances still. I just like them equally the same for different reasons that I explained in the video. Next tier would probably be these 3. Beach Read, This Summer Will Be Different, and The Castaways. I feel like I was a little harsh on The Castaways. I actually did like it. I would probably even give it like 2.753 stars if I really think about it, because I think I liked The Castaways more than I liked This Summer Will Be Different, and I actually liked This Summer Will Be Different. I think I was just kind of maybe feeling slumpy, but still, I would put all these 3 on the same tier. And then the bottom tier would be the audiobooks, Darling Girls, and Sandwich. Darling Girls I liked more than Sandwich, but I think I was kind of harsh on Darling Girls. I think because I was really wanting that suspense to give me a break from the romance, I was kind of bitter about it. But I think I'd give Darling Girls like, maybe I wasn't too harsh, like 2.53. Sandwich, 1 star. 1 star. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.